set sail in one moment. The tech stuff. Let's see what happens. Huh. All right. I'm going to go live on Facebook at the same time. For some reason, the live streaming is not working. I'm not sure if you can check it out later for me, Erin. Maybe it is working. Okay. Pat's ready for a reading today. She's got her hand up already. Okay. Hold on, Ariel. 1 sec. We're going to go live on Facebook and invite people to come join us. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Oracle Office Hours. It's exciting to be here with you today. We are with my fairy goddess mother, Ariel Spillsbury. Ariel, I'm asking you to unmute now. There was a bit of hustle and bustle earlier, so I muted you. Welcome, Ariel.
Thank you. It's a delight.
Yay.
All these new faces. What a delight.
So many of you who are here have been here with me before and got to feel the magic and the beauty of the divination cards, the oracle cards that we've been using for Oracle Office Hours. And today I thought it would be really sweet to learn a little bit more about where they come from and hear how I got connected to this mystery school world. And I'm just so thrilled to have Ariel Spillsbury, the founder of the 13 Moon Mystery School, the creatrix of the 13 Moon Oracle, which not only includes these beautiful cards that we've been using, but much more. And a little later, Ariel's gonna share with us about the whole Oracle box set. And she's gonna offer a reading for the collective today. And we're really blessed to have Ariel with us. She's my fairy goddess mother. She's a living treasure. She has been an initiator for me, and that word might be new to people, but this is a person who speaks truth with love, who's willing to go the distance for you on a soul growth level. And what a blessing that's been to my life. So Ariel, I thought we could do a little just conversational interview with you about the mysteries and how the symbolic universe is here for us to tap into for guidance all the time. And anything else that you might want to share about this beautiful deck that you've created and the 13 Moon archetypes that we're getting familiar with. Some of the people have been with me for a while and they are more familiar with them. I'm happy to have you share.
Well, there were 3 or 4 or 5 different possibilities in that opening gambit. So let's see. I'll pick one of them to start with. Yes, the most important thing to recognize is that we live in a symbolic universe. Everything is a symbol. A tree, a plant, the way an animal walks across your trail when you're in nature. Everything is a symbol from the Divine Mother. And so these cards are reflective of that. They're reflective of the symbolic nature of the universe and how we can tap in to our soul guidance through really tapping into that knowing that everything is a symbol and everything is symbolic. So that's that piece.
Yeah, if I could just deepen with you there, I know that dreams are an incredible symbolic field of information, and many of you, I'm sure, have had amazing mystical dreams where you remember pieces, and sometimes in our work together, those who have been in the deeper dives of online trainings with me or in-person work have done inner journeys, which I've been trained by Ariel in this work in the symbolic universe, where we receive visuals of symbols as well sometimes. So it's very powerful to work with the symbolic universe. Yeah, thank you for sharing about that. And I just want to say, for those of you who are beaming in, catching this on Facebook, if you can come to the link in the comments, come find us on Zoom, because this is where you'll meet Ariel and get to hear about the the collective reading for the day. So come join us. Okay, carry on, Ariel.
Well, the carry on for me is to connect with everyone's heart first. I just want us all to really bow to each other here. And I'd love you to have your faces be showing Eden and Adora and Chriselle and Sarah and Enteliki and Eden. All of you who are, thank you. I really appreciate being able to connect with your hearts by seeing your face, even if you're only on there for a moment. Just to
Yeah.
connect our hearts and look in each other's eyes and feel each other's hearts.
Hmm.
Because at the very bottom, that is all that ever matters. And that is what everything is leading to in our soul growth, the recognition that we are love and we are serving love in this life. So just feel that as you look into the eyes of the beings who are here on this call. You're not an isolate somewhere off in the universe, wherever you're living. We're here in this container together, this heart container together. And I welcome you all into my heart temple, and I hope I'm welcome in yours. Yeah, that's where I want to start.
Thank you, Ariel.
Yeah. And really, that is what motivated me to bring this information through was love. That I am, what I really am is an excellent listener. That when I was asked to do this work and describe this work for the Divine Mother, it was to bring it into form that other beings could come to this understanding, the simplicity of love being all there is. To have an oracle to do that, to have a guidebook to do that, to have CDs that play beautiful journeys into each of the archetypal faces of the Divine Feminine. And so I was guided to create that, listening as a divine scribe to bring that information into form. And that's where these cards and all of the information that's associated with the bigger set of the 13 moon. This is the tiny wee purse set. It's a really small version of the 13 moon oracle set, which is huge. Do you have one there, Eden? I'll grab this. This one is a temple in a box. That's what it is. It has uh, amazing parts to it, and it literally is a lifetime curriculum in the
Yeah,
divine.
I can show that it includes Ariel's book, the 13 Moon Oracle book, which in itself is just such a powerful deep dive curriculum of the 13 Moon Mystery School. Each of the 13 faces of the Divine Feminine, there's chapters that you take bites. I've told people this before, Ariel, don't try to read a whole chapter at once. This is metaphysical, powerful, poetic writing that will impact your dreams. It'll impact your psyche very deeply. So you go slowly with that and pull a card and go to that chapter, read part of that divination in the book. And then Ariel will also show the moon mat that comes with the bigger Temple in the Box oracle set.
Now
So,
this is it's hard to, oh, that's beautiful the way it's showing up over your lotus.
oh, can you see? Oh,
There you go. I think it wavered out, but it's there sort of. It's etherically there.
maybe you can show it because my background is weird.
I'll
But
show
yeah,
you what I can do, and I'm very untechnical, but I imagine I can make it happen here. So this comes on the bottom of the box to set, and there is it in the middle. Can you see it?
yeah,
I'll peek out the hole here and see if you can see it there. Basically, this is like a holographic, oh, there we go. This is like a holographic overview of the divine feminine in form. All the lunar phases, the archetypes that are associated with those phases, the tools that are associated with those phases, and the geometries. It's a very overview holographic tool to work with, to do divinations with these boards. or using, uh, yes, I could say the simplest descriptor is that it could be used for divinations primarily, but it is an overview of the whole study of the divine feminine. That's the simplest way to see it.
One of the beautiful ways that I've used the moon mat is to track the lunar cycle for manifestation as well. Those of you who came to the Oracle office hours in the beginning, in the first chapter, we were doing a longer call where we were tracking the phases of the moon, and I was giving them a lot of depth around how to use that lunar phase for is this a time of rest and release, or is it a time of like go and so the moon mat is a wonderful tool to be really tuned into that as well.
It is. It's multi-dimensional. It really is. So, I don't know where all of you are in your work with the divine feminine, and I know working with Eden, you're in very good hands to be learning about all of this. So, um, where you wanted to go with this today, though, was to look at using the cards in more of an oracular way. Is that what you?
Yeah, we've been doing readings for individuals, and I was thinking for you, I'd love to do a reading more for the collective, for what's, occurring right now in a bigger archetypal pattern. I know as a priestess, we're always tracking larger pattern overview.
Yeah.
And, I do want to say there are so many mystery schools and priestess trainings out there now, which is beautiful because the goddess is definitely, rising in collective consciousness. This being said, the 13 Moon Mystery School is not a typical rubber stamp, come in and become a priestess and 9 months you're going to work as a 13 moon priestess. This is a very, very deep lineage, a very deep training that Ariel has brought in and been devoted to from, I think, your many, many lives in service to the goddess and your remembrance as her scribe. And the way that I've been trained, I'm going into 13 plus years in this lineage and still, and even more in the awe and the mystery of it all. So as I open to a greater collective, because originally Ariel and myself, we were only in person. We were only in, small circles that could fit in rooms or, sometimes outdoor situations. But now with the beauty of the internet and the positive light of using it, we can weave this web so much further into the collective. And I feel like it's worth saying, Ariel, that a priestess is a being whose heart is aligned with the collective awakening. And that is the primary reason why we open our channels of perception, why we become instruments or receivers for the divine resonance. So these cards assist us to tune in. They're a tool in the toolbox of the priestess, and a powerful one.
Yes, indeed. I want to connect with you, Chriselle, for a moment, if you're available to unmute for a minute, because you have an amazing intuitive gift. And so I would ask you if an image if you were to be asked right now, if an image arises for where we are collectively as a planetary collective right now, just to get still and feel what that image is. Would you just feel that for a moment and see what that could be? And that will guide where we're going to go with these cards.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you. This is it's so new to me, so I will try my best. But I also want to say thank you so very much for the birthday gift. I've just been holding that near and dear to me, and anyway, moving forward, just whew.
And if that's too much for you right now, that's okay.
It might be a little bit just
This was a test, Chriselle. It's a test of your sovereignty to say, I just don't feel ready for that right now. And so if you can say that out loud, I'm going to say that's a test passed.
Okay, great. Yeah, yeah, I'm still just learning and just becoming familiar
Great.
with just this, it's just kind of a different realm, which I'm very intrigued and very interested in. But I don't know enough about it to really put something out there. So I'm really just tuning in to learn from all of you beautiful people. So yeah.
The truth is, in a spirit way, in a soul way, you really do know all this. You have a very, very clear intuition on things. She's told me, folks, on this call, 2 or 3 different things that have been so enormously accurate that it was shocking and just totally off the cuff. So what you're doing is training with cards, with oracle cards. That's exactly the skill that you're all training, is that ability to just pick up. The cards are just like a hook and eye to hook into the frequencies that you're uh, intending to answer a question with. And so right now, I would like us to frame a question, all of us, of, and maybe you already have, Amadora, as far as what is the positioning, where are we as a collective? Is that the general question?
Yeah, I know that, in a greater kind of archetypal celestial way, I was tracking the movement of Venus, and I've been really fascinated by her trajectory through the heavens and how she moves in and out of the heart of the sun.
Hmm.
And, coming out of the Lion's Gate, Venus moving through the heart of the sun just less than a week ago, reemerging as the morning star. I'm curious, what this means right now for us in regards to love, courage for these intense times we're in. I think about what's just happened in Maui. I think about the incredible suffering and the loss, and how we can love and support each other more with courage. And yeah, Venus and the lion are the symbols that are coming up for me right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I am in my heart.
Yeah. And well, yeah, that's very aligned with the, as you said, the celestial overview right now. So, okay, well, I'm going to just choose 3 cards, and I'm going to ask the question very simply. Where are we collectively, as a collective, right now? What do you want us to know right now about our position collectively? What do we need to know? So I'll just shuffle my deck and choose 3 cards. Oh my. Okay. So the first one is from the Queen of Death. And what its intention is about release. Whatever it is that you're holding on to that you think you can't live without, release it. That's what the culture is saying right now. All of the, and that is what the collective energy is. The Maui fires, all of the dissolution that's going on everywhere is saying, folks, the only thing that is real is love. Let go of anything that's standing in the way of love. Period. Let it go. And so Mother's really being, the voice is getting stronger and stronger and stronger, saying more fiercely each time, let it go. Release anything that is lesser than love. And if you don't, then guess what? The universe is going to swoop in and make it really much less graceful for you if you won't hear the first call to awakening. That's what this card is about. Do you have any other perceptions about that, Amador, or any of you? I mean, I don't know how familiar you are with the cards, if any of you want to comment on this.
I would add in the trust. I would just add in, the 2 phrase mantra of the Queen of Death, that it's a time that requires immense trust,
Yeah.
because things are changing rapidly. There's a lot of suffering. We need to trust in our greater collective humanity and interconnectedness.
Hmm.
And yes, trust and release what doesn't serve. Remember, only love is real.
Yeah, her two words on the moon board, her seminal, most quintessentialized words are I trust, I release. And so, yes, we have to trust. And there's no other way because we're so in the unknown now. What else is there to do but trust our own knowing, our own inner guidance and love? There's no other choice. We're being pushed into it now. So that's certainly that card. The second card is from the Weaver Dreamer, and it's the Connect card. You see the web of connection. And collectively, I really feel this is such an important thing because what they found in Maui, for example, I have 3 kids that were there and they're right on the ground with all that's going on over there. What's happening is the government stuff is failing. They're leaving stuff on the docks to rot. I mean, things are not working at that level. But the human beings are coming in with aloha and with love and with support for each other in unbelievable proportions. They're beautiful, beautiful, sharing their houses with people, caring about everyone. And so this connection piece, if I could say one thing that is the hallmark of what we're to get right now, it's connect with your community. Connect with your community. This is your community. This is an etheric community, and you also have a physical community in your wherever it is you live. And we are not meant to do this alone now. And Mother's showing us very clearly it's not going to be done alone anymore. You need to connect with community. So please take that to heart and know that that is a step right now in our evolution as a species that we need to really step into service in community in some way. Any perceptions around that you want to share, Eden, or anyone else on the call? What you're experiencing around community right now, around connecting with other beings. What's your experience? Are you reaching out? Are you feeling alone? Are you feeling isolated? What's true for you? Don't be shy, you guys. Unmute yourself if you want to speak. We're all here to just love you, so don't be afraid to speak. Yes, Kat, please unmute and speak. Oh, you don't know how to unmute your machine?
Hold on, I will do it.
Oh, God.
Okay, you'll be able to now.
I understand the technical issue of not knowing how that works.
No, they should like ask you to unmute. Hold on.
Okay.
Um,
And anyone else can be feeling into where you are in regards to your stepping into service in your community.
Can you get it, Kat? You should be able to do it yourself now.
Okay, Erin, it looks like Erin's ready, and we'll wait for you, Kat, to see if you can figure that part out. Erin, did you want to share?
What was the question? I missed the question. I was trying to help her.
Oh, you were on the technical helping. I just saw your screen come on, so I thought you were wanting to say something about this issue around community.
Oh no, I was trying to help Kat.
Okay, great. Okay, well, we're going to let that go, but that is a big collective piece right now, folks. Absolutely a big collective piece. And the third card was, here we are with Venus. Here we are. This is from the Aphrodite in the archetype of the goddess of love energy. It's now been sort of bastardized by Barbie, but Right now, I want us to look at the collective is asking us to ask the harder questions, like what is really fulfilling for you? Are you doing a job that is not fulfilling you? Are you engaged in a relationship that is not fulfilling you? This is a time to really collectively reassess how we can not only have personal fulfillment, but fulfillment as a species. So it's a call to really look at the whole issue of your own personal growth and your own fulfillment, but really to look at who are we as a collective one? What do we need to do to be more fulfilled in our lives? What needs to change in order for us to be more fulfilled in our lives? So any feedback from there? Anyone want to speak concerning having to look at that in your lives right now?
So powerful, Ariel. Unfortunately, my line dropped for a moment during the connect card, but I felt how accurate that is right now.
Yeah.
And what comes to me around fulfillment is when you lose everything, like these people that have lost every material thing, and then the kindness of strangers and neighbors and community and breaking bread, it brings us back into like what truly fulfills us on a human soul level,
Yes,
the
absolutely.
simple beautiful aspects of life, not all the bickering and materialism and buying something you think will make you happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone else feel called to share either out loud or in the chat? This is a powerful reading that Ariel's offering us. You want to share any of the cards that resonated to you, whether that's what you need to release, something that you're aware of in your life that's no longer serving. Yeah, I'm gonna highlight you, Ariel, so they can see the cards again. So looking at the three cards, the first card is all about letting go of what's not essential. And like Ariel said, if we're holding on to negative attachments that are just binding us and blinding us, the universe has a way of coming in, like you said, in less ease and grace and shaking us up if we're truly committed to a spiritual growth journey. And that if that resonated for you, you can, drop something in the chat about I release, and you can actually name, like, I release relationships that no longer honor me. I release limiting beliefs, whatever it is, if you want to, really feel into that in your heart. And then the connection card. This is the beautiful Weaver Dreamer card, with the spider web with all the light nodes in it. I always feel like that when we do group meditations online, that we're all over the world lighting up like light nodes, that we are part of this vast web together, lifting the frequency of the one heart. And if you really resonated with that card, just feel how you can bring more connection into your lives. Sometimes we get so isolated in our busyness, in our cellular devices. Here, Eden Rose is saying, I definitely identify with this reading, letting go of fear and not trusting that I'm ready or healed enough to serve my current community. So I let go of fear and distrust so that I can serve. Beautiful, Eden. Witnessing you stepping through that distrust. Yeah, and Agnes is saying, I release the sense of overwhelm as I experience a negativity in the collective. Yeah. Grounding in the wholesome, in the beauty, in the positivity that we can perceive and amplify as we ground, right? So we don't feel at the effect of stories of negativity. And Ariel, if you want to show even the other Goddess of Love card. Dora is saying, I release stuck energy. Blessed be. For the one, we're all holding pieces in the mosaic for the release of overwhelm, for the release of stuck energy. And here Ariel is holding up this beautiful portal with a light in it. And for me, the Vesica Pisces, this kind of yoni shaped portal, is so much about the harmony of polarities, that we really get to go in through the center point of balance and harmony into the unity, into the heart. So feeling what this card is invoking in you today, and how it's a guide for you to come back to that unity in the heart, the light within. And Ariel, is there anything else that you would want to transmit or say as you're here? We're so blessed to have you, and you're on Spotlight. So I know you only had a short time, and this call is a shorter call, but I do want to also invite, if there's other shares, just keep popping them in the chat as we are witnessing each other, holding each other.
Do you want to read that one first, Eden?
Yeah, Adora is saying, such a beautiful reading, reflecting the collective energy so accurately. Indeed. Yeah.
Now, really, for me, this is about recognizing that when you're living in love, when you're truly in unconditional love, it naturally releases anything lesser than the vibration of love. It does that. So the one thing is connected to the other in the reading. The release can be as simple as stepping more fully into unconditional love, as you really check yourself when you're judging others, for example, that it lowers your frequency. And when you choose not to judge others, when you choose to embrace them in compassion or unconditional love, however you can hold it, that it's a higher harmonic, a deeper, wider band of frequency, and it consumes anything smaller than that. And for me, that light in the center is that. It's the consuming light of love, that it takes in and transmutes whatever is lesser than love. So if you really want the simple path in life, just be love. That's truly, that was the message of Christ's message, was be love. That was the major tenet of his teachings. Love your neighbor as yourself. You know, that love is the reason we're here. So this card to me is, it's like it's showing us where we are and where we're going at the same time. Where our hearts are natively living is in unconditional love. That is who we are. And where we are going is moving through any appearance that is not that, whether it's judgment or contraction or dislike or preferential stuff. We're all in the process of releasing those things that are lesser than love, and using this energy, especially of the goddess of love, to do that in grace.
Beautiful, Ariel. Thank you. There's a lot of comments I'll read now in the chat. So Kat is saying, I release fear and worry. Blessed be. Agnes is recognizing that she needs to stay more within her root chakra to honor it and get grounding space in her life. Oh, Randy and Teleki, all the force of will we could ever need can be found in the art of letting go. I feel the little Melissae wink in there, the bee wisdom. Thank you, Randy. Lara, honored to be in your presence. Thank you. I realize my fear of letting go of being myself.
That's a beautiful one. Letting go of the fear of just being myself. Wow, that's huge. I mean, do you realize if we all let go of the fear of just being who we innately are, this world would transform in an instant?
Almost brings tears to my eyes. Yes, thank you, Lara. And Sarah, this resonated so much for me and does seem to perfectly reflect the collective as well. Thank you so much for this. Yeah, thank you so much, Ariel. I'd like to put the link for them to check out the Oracle cards. Erin, can you pop the link in? And I'm going to share my screen. Let me see if I can.
Let's see how good your technical acumen is.
Yeah, I'm going to share this. Are you seeing it? Is this the 13? Is this our
Look at
Ariel?
you did it. You did it. You got
Okay.
it on the screen.
Right, so let me get over there. So here, if you go to holographicgoddess.com, and Erin should be popping that in the link in the chat. There's a few things right on the home page. Ariel, I do want to mention this incredible book too, but for today, we'll focus on the big temple in a box. For those of you who are interested in coming deeper into the mystery, for those of you who want to start that journey on your own or to work with Ariel one-on-one, she does soul sit sessions. You can also consider joining the Mysterium year-long priestess training. This is the curriculum, the 13 moon oracle here, the big temple in the box. The other is the cards that we have been using. So for those who are like, I might not be ready for the whole temple in a box, I want to get familiar with these archetypes and practice my listening, practice my divination. This is a great entry point. The 13 moon oracle cards, finding guidance from within. There is a beautiful book here. Ariel is the author of several books, and this is the newest one. It is beyond a fairy tale, beyond a children's book. It is a wisdom teaching embedded and coded in a story of hope and blessing for humanity. I won't even say hope. It's a lifting the veil on how to bring ourselves back into harmony with Gaia. And it's very beautiful, powerful. You can read it to children and they will love it because they're wise beings that are recognizing the truths, and read it for yourself to enjoy that. Yeah, very, very fabulous offerings here. All right, so hopefully Erin popped the link in the chat. Let me see. Yes, there it is. So much gratitude for this amazing service. Eden is shining the love back to you and I, Ariel. And yeah, I'm just immensely grateful for you in my life, on my journey. I could have never imagined 13 plus years ago that my heart would open so deeply and so fully in this way. So yeah, thank you, Ariel.
Thank you for awakening. And thank you all for your process of awakening that you're engaged with. Awakening to the love that you already are. That's the big awakening. So very grateful for that, for every being who's stepping in that way. As I said, we're getting that much closer to a collective awakening, to a really big awakening. So keep doing your work, your play, your loving as you are. Thank you for being.
Yes, to that. So everyone, thank you for coming today. We'll continue with these readings. This is a rare and special occasion to have a guest, and what a guest we have. If you are wanting to go a little deeper into the mystery, we're going to get Ariel back on a Tuesday for the Into the Mystery offering for a deeper dive and even more magic and wonder there. So before we go, Erin, if you just want to pop the Into the Mystery link. And for those of you who are considering a year-long deep dive priestess training that will change your life forever, this is, not everyone is ready, and that's okay. But those who know they're quickening, they're like, this is calling me. I'd love you to visit the Mysterium link and see if that is for you. So my beloved assistant Erin will pop both the Into the Mystery, which is more of, okay, this one is the mystery. The first one is for the year-long training. The second link, if you choose to copy these, This is for a weekly call that I'll be bringing people like Ariel, like our beautiful brother Argon, the anointing alchemist priest. We're going to be having deep conversations and more of an inner journey on the Into the Mystery call. So everyone, so much love to you all. Thank you for being here in the heart with us today.
Oh, ditto. Well, my deep thanks for all of you in your process of embodying love. Thank you so much. And thank you, Amadora, for holding space for that to occur in a beautiful container. Thank you.
My joy. All right, everyone. Bye for now. Thank you. Thanks. I'm going to put everybody on the gallery. Bye, everybody. Yay. See you next time.